fucked it up. Oh, 12 minutes. That was the no episode. I don't know. Atrás do velho.
Welcome to 897 Piela Street, and welcome to Great Empire of Chemics with Nawakulu Basakemo. My name is Asila Zuliana Kawani, and I'll be giving you the topic for today. Today's topic is initiation and imperative for royals. Initiation is a must for royals because we have to always be connected to nature.
Yep.
That is where our true power is. I hit him.
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 Thokozani, Queens and Kings. Welcome all again to 897 Piela Street, Orlando East. Kosgodweni, Kokhoronya Bukosi, Nagalina Kina Empress Neo, and I will be giving the announcements today. We are currently in the season of Heteru. 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 Fundisigas. So Heteru is the goddess of the sky, love, fertility, and death. This is the African royal calendar. the book Umkhulu reads from and he does umphato. Please do get yourself a copy only for 150 rands. You need this book in order for you to learn how to do umphato every after 6 hours at home. And then the things that line up with the season of Heteru. Inyanga is October. Ije is turquoise. Mala color is blue-green. Metal is copper. Imbepo is mir. This is the mir to light the chomsamo for alignment. And then Amaka is mimosa. Tree is tamarisk. Animals, bull, cow, and cobra. To find and follow us on our social media platforms, you can go on Twitter and Instagram at GEK_movement, on Facebook at GEK Movement, and the private Facebook group is Bona Bakulu Basekemu. On YouTube at Great Empire of Chemits. Please do like, share, comment, subscribe, and participate. Please don't skip ads. This helps with the algorithm. And then at the market today, we have truth seekers with the arms from 15 rands, earrings from 10 rand, and the bags for the seasons. We also have the Mahlori herbal products. This is the Mahlori Rab, 250 milliliters for 150 rands, 125 milliliters for 100 rands, and 30 milliliters for 30 rands. We also have the Mahlori Cancer Bush, 50 grams for 100 rands, 25 grams for 50 rands. And then we also have the Mahlori Lotion Bar for 60 rands. We also have Booksmen. They search, find, deliver any kind of books you're looking for. This is one of the books, The Sacred Magic of Ancient Egypt, only for 650 rands. And then this is the Great Empire of Chemits t-shirts. It's available at different sizes, different colors, only for 200 rands. Great Empire of Chemits. On Wednesdays, we give platform to Black-owned businesses to market their products for free. For that, you email your business profile to info@gekmovement.org. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m., we engage topics on the African royal calendar. If you do come across the post on Twitter, please do retweet for awareness. And then on the website, for those of us who want to to help with the programs for Black unity and the Black economy, please click on the link, or just to say thank you to Nkulu, the movement. We would appreciate donations in all forms, even your talents. And then Ronali Likamba, for the people Baba Batang Hukanisa Mosgodweni, in order for us to have lunch every Sunday, Mosgodweni. Every Sunday we have lunch. Handing over to Nkulu for the lecture today. Heteru. Heteru. Mfundisikazi. Mamunonza. Mamunonza. start ceremony. So the trip will be occurring on the 22nd to the 23rd of December. The bus departure will be on the 22nd of December. So from Eskodlweni, it's going to be 750. From Durban, it's going to be 1,400, and prices include food. If you want more information about the bus departure from La Eskodlweni, you can contact 073 927 5278. If you want to know about the bus departure from Durban, you can contact 065 976 4388. And when you're doing the payment, use Polokwane as a reference.
Fulega,
Ndovukazi. Ndovukazi. Hetero. Hetero. Mvundisikazi. Mvundisikazi. Ngwedi. Ngwedi. Nomkhubulwane. Antu. Nomzamo. Nomtutun. Zinzisi. Vusa amazulu. Loli. Imotep. Siyabonga makhe. Uma siqala ngalendlela siyabamema ngempela. Ngoba amakhehla they listen to our emotions. Ukuthi sikuphi ngokwemizwa. Namhlanje ke sikhuluma nge-initiation. Initiation, a lot of us today we frown upon. Makuthiwa kukhulunywa ngentwaso. Especially laba beziqu. Bayibukela as something ephansi. And thina singabantu abamnyama usiko lwethu lo. Siyathwasiswa in all levels. Yingakho bokunale isystem bayibiza ukuthi igaba system, the rites of passage. Intwaso leyo. Because from 1 to 7 nifundiswa ukuthize. From 7 to 14 nifundiswa ukuthize. And kukhona i-leader yalawo mamuntu who is supposed to be guiding everybody ngempatho and how to harmonize nezulu. So intwaso ke makhehla, as much as we can frown upon intwaso thina singabantu abamnyama, kepha when you go to school, that is an initiation. You are initiated in the Western thought. You know, right from sub A, bakufundisa yini. Papi, whatever, had a black sheep. Hey, uchokuthi bayakuloya umqondo. Kepha intwaso yesilungu leyo. Intwaso yethu igaba system. Okumele sivuselele. Yingakho sikhuluma ngayo kule season ka Mvundisikazi. Ukuthi akasincede avundise, you know, lo mqondo again, so that when we emerge as victors, singo heritage, asinqotshwa, we always survive. Ukuthi sime again, siqonde, and be balanced again. It's just a matter of time. Into nje okumele sisebenze towards that. Ukuthi ukuhlangana kwethu sihlangane ngoba sizolungisa okuningi. And remember, during that time, yama initiations la on the continent, we were on what is called the symbolic thinking. It wasn't a logic le abalungu abasifake kuyo ukuthi everything has got to be logical. You know, if loku na loku doesn't make sense according to their calculation, therefore it doesn't exist. Remember ukuthi i-foundation yabo ukuthi everything yomoya imambo jambo. That is why basikhipha, you know, from us reconnecting with nature. Because when you reconnect with nature, you reconnect nomveli nendalo yakhe yonke. So our initiation was about umveli nqangi nonomkhubulwane, so that we are always in harmony with nature. So thina ke sesi sihamba ngenye indlela, we are out of alignment ne nature. Why? Because sigijimise impucuko. Uma ukhuluma ngentwaso namhlanje into le that is associated with barbarism. Uyoguqa lapha ngamadulo. This is what the association is all about. That kanti intwaso cha, it's just simply enlightenment. You have to be enlightened about igaba ongena kuso. Ngisho ukushada thina besingashadi without ukuthi uthwasele leyo, and besibona ngempatho yakho ukuthi how do you behave. You could never be recognized as an adult in our community without you having gone through initiation, because you have to be initiated kuyo yonke into. So kumele siyibuyise ke leyo mfundiso ngoba kulula nje uyazi size sibhatala ama premium ukuthi siyo initiatewa kulama universities in terms of the Western thought. Kepha le yethu which is just free, which connects us back to nature, hayi leyo you don't even regard it, and that is where the power is. When you are in alignment all the time, magic happens. You don't force things. You think of something, the universe conspires with you so that leyo nto leyo yenzeke. Hayi ukuthi lento wenza izinto ngenkani uzuthatha isibhamu uyokhomba abantu bamba inkunzi. This is what we resort to. But manje bantu nje. But the most important, that was a prerequisite. Ukuthi you have to be initiated. Sithi siyothamela initiated, so that mesondela kuwo silothe lelanga ngempela. Hayi ukuthi nothing emits from your body. Ekuthulile nje. Usuka lapha, you are not touched by anything. Amakhosi were not like that. Just the association or proximity nenkosi, you were healed. Because these were the sons and daughters of light. They went through initiation right from ebuntwaneni babo. So that izinto inkosi yangempela kumele ivuke ibonisiwe ukuthi cha, mengingagubha lapha kunegolide. Sambe siyogubha siyithole lo golide. Hayi ukuthi you must be there as inkosi, just as a symbol of a privilege, for yourself. Ngoba yingakho sithi wena umlomo ongaqambi imanga. Ngoba we believe that you are forever downloading and forever connected to Izulu. So if you were to look at Godwin today, nobody is initiated. If Bakona is just a few, then you ask yourself, Guti, how are you going to decode the messages from Umvelingang and Nomkubulwana if you don't understand the symbolic thinking? Ungena ebkosini with this logic yabelu. Ukuthi everything is going to be logical. If kungenzeki kanjalo, then ubuloyi. So believer kanjalo. If you were to experience a certain, magic eyenzakala in front of you, uzothi no, lo muntu uyathakala. Kanti umuntu that has gone through. Abantu, remember ukuthi initiation, that was something that all spiritual seekers were wanting. Because when you are properly initiated, it defiance or ukubitha gravity, it was nothing. You could see somebody ehleli lapha ecansini levitate. Why? Because they understand the laws that govern the universe. So therefore nothing is impossible for them. Because power yethu, it's in nature. and nowhere else. So if we go through this process, ungayisabi, into yoku initiate ngoba mawucabanga asumthwalo. It's actually an empowerment. You can go to esikolweni for 30 years, but ubhithwe nje umuntu okwazi nje ukuthi angene ekhoneni aphahle. Meke phuma kuleyo izinto zenzakala. Do you understand? So isikolo sethu yiso lesi of initiation. Ayikho enye into ngoba once umuntu is initiated, that person is liberated forever. They will never, be desperate, ukuthi mele benzeni. Ngoba initiation is to open the channel between the conscious and the subconscious, so that things happen naturally. You think of something, if vibrational frequency yako is very high, it meets the opposite, frequency le ezo attract each other. Uzumuntu akufonela ase Madagascar. No, I just saw something yours. I'm interested in that. When awuyanga and make it, difficult for yourself, ulokhu uyocela abantu. Because sometimes when you come begging to people, they make you a fool. You have to beg to a point ukuthi they try to degrade you, especially labantu abangasenabuntu. Ngoba if I come to you, ngisuke ngidesperate ngempela. So you need to help me without you making me feel small. Do you understand? So that is not how we are as black people. Thina singabantu abanobuntu ngoba sizalwa untu. The mother who gives, without expectation. And the more you do that, the more ujabulisma art, because you have assisted and brought balance in someone's life. Because umuntu meke say inkingeni, umuntu say inkingeni, but manje into ayidinga kuwe sometimes is not only money, but just love and care, and that compassion. Ukuthi, even if you don't have, but umnikeze some words of encouragement. Ifana nalento le ukuthi if singaphili ngama-talent ethu, because this is what thina besiyithwasela kakhulu. Okhokho bethu used to nurture lento oze uyifumbathile, what you came with in this world. Your parents would then look at behavior yako when you are growing up. Then they understand this is the type of energy that is inside of this child. Therefore, I need to nurture, what is there inside already. That is our initiation. We as African people were focused on not going to universities for us to take knowledge from outside. You bring it inside. It's much more difficult, because you always mele uyikreme lento for you to be able to be given a certificate. So in the African way, maso initiated, they have initiated you. Isambulelo siyehla. You consistently download. Because Okokobet were interested in that and nothing else. Not to colonize any person, but to give them the key, to open that subconscious and the conscious mind. Then things happen naturally. So wonke loko, it has been shut down, all that ability. Asisenayo that ability. Thina singabantu bama-magic. Ayikho nje into esihlulayo, yingakho silwela ukuthi we should push for this black unity because collective power yethu it's unmatched, especially mesihlangana sijule ngento eyodwa, everything becomes possible. So they want to drive you to a point ukuthi you are fighting the system based on what they know. Ukuthi you will then go and be a guerrilla. You launch a guerrilla warfare. Tina siko lapho. Siyakuphahlela nje tina, that's all. That's our guerrilla warfare. They are not masters there. We are masters. Yes, we need to, sharpen that skill. Some of us are good in terms of sending messages. Some of us are good in terms of receiving. So we need to understand each other. When we want to send an urgent message, these are the group of people we should, gather together so that they send that message, for us faster. So that we see results. Each EK is all about results. Not just a long talk. So when we get into these things, we are getting into these things so that we are able to produce, so that we are self-sufficient. And we are given a solid foundation, a spiritual foundation. Because, remember, Guti, Umlungu Uti, anything that has not manifested, I'm not interested in. They are only interested in what has manifested, not the causer. What caused that apple to be there? What caused the cabbage to be there? What principles were involved in forming and structuring? And it's all about, the sound frequency. Remember the cymatics, how sound, the shapes matter. It's all about that. Right from the beginning, that vibrational frequency of umvelingane nonomkhubulwane mezihlangana kuphi ku-gap to create that electromagnetic field. Yiyo ke frequency leyo that has formed everything. Meaning ukuthi umvelingane nonomkhubulwane, their minds, their thoughts are then manifested through gap. So which is why it's important for us to always be vibrating at a very high frequency. Because you live, a life of magic. When you always dwell on situations and the people that lower your vibrational frequency, you will never succeed in anything. Why? Because the higher the vibrational frequency, the better for you to connect in that internet, of spirits. So that that's how we live. As we don't struggle. And you have to be initiated in all those things. So for Amakosi, it's even worse. For you to think you can just ascend the throne without understanding the laws that govern the universe. How are you going to make your community prosper? Because it is through your efforts. Amakosi were also priests. Before buying course. So that you understand all these things. Even, the prevalence of energy. When you are not initiated, wrong. Look at what is going to happen. Christmas. That has no resonance here on the southern hemisphere. But most of Amakosi, bazobe baguqile nabantu babo. Celebrate into engekho. An event yase northern hemisphere. So that is why it's important. Ukuthi labantu must be initiated. Because if you are not initiated, you are vulnerable. Kufika ama-Muslim ayaku-initiate nawe ungenile. So ushintsha negama. Ushintsha negama. Sebekubiza Abdul. Hawu ndoda. Bakhona bakwenze mina ngiyakwazi. Bajola nabantu laba beMuslim. Meke shada kwathiwa convert. Hey. And it's even worse makwenziwa inkosi or a representative yasebukhosini le. Because manje uthinike ngamadlozi akho. So uzibiza nelinye igama manje. Uhambe wayokhotha umlotha ongawazi. So it shouldn't be easy for us to be open in terms of what do we internalize? Who is telling us what? Yabona manje we are vulnerable because we are the last, meaning in terms of economy, the cultural, the social. We are worse. There are no people who are like us in our own country. All of them are sorted. The Jews are sorted, the Muslims are sorted, China are sorted. It's only us in our own country. That is why sizongenela, yonke into. We shouldn't have allowed ukuthi Muslim afake mosque. If we were conscious. But now we are not conscious, siyaphila nje. As in a structure, we don't have a common vision to say ukuthi izinto ezinjengalezi asizivumeli in our community because they have a long-term effect. Labantu laba bane mosque. You must hear the people who went there. Racism kuwo lama Arab ala or lama Muslims ala. They are racist towards Abodaki who are going there. But I don't blame them. Maulele they'll take advantage of you. Not only spiritually, but spiritually, even economically. They've surrounded you. Taking over Ipaza, taking over Malenduza corner shops. That is the economy in your own area. And I don't blame you because the situation, remember, in government, when it introduced malls, they killed Ipaza, they killed corner shops. Because what they were supposed to do, if you couldn't mall at Tipkloof, Bashanganise Amaspaza owners I said Tipkloof, now I say Orlando. Kuti Makesha, Askanganeni, here's an opportunity. Even if you are affected in your own area, but you know, Guti, you are not going to die. They never thought about that. Bangena labantu bavala wonke amashop nasekhaya kune shop wonke amashop ala avala. Because you can't compete in a checkers. Even though basilethela 4th grade food that is about to expire, they bring it here. Inkinga yethu hiyo le ukuthi abelungu and everybody knows ukuthi price is king lakithi. It doesn't matter of the quality. But into maku 20 rand. Into kumele ngabe i-70 rand. Ugijimela kule 20 rand. In the process, we are bulala. You are killing yourself, trying to save a buck. I mean, this is it's amazing, Guti. You will never go to Israel and find Israel people but behave jengati. They will kill you like Israel. So but once they discover ukuthi wena ubalethela izinto that are about ukuthi zimoshakale zibole, you don't respect them. Not as is respect.
No.
Because siyazifuna vele. And the wise is funa because we are worse off economically. Abantu that are supposed to make sure ukuthi we are not this desperate. They not.
By design.
For them, by design. If uvalela abantu baseSoweto or any community, opportunities which are there. Who's supporting Amapoisa? Who is cooking for Amapoisa la? It's a white company from Letropay. Who's supporting a post office? Those are businesses that should be given to us here. It becomes easier when you start sinjalo. I know para iti manufacturing the mapandish. It's so simple. Kona la rumini, you can close there and make it hygienical, and you manufacture, you supply ipara. At least in years per year. Many times sebenzana 500,000. In that way, I'm able to make a good choice. Angidli into ebolile. Why? Because I'm able, to generate income.
And our
Nobody cares. Nobody. So that is why our unity is very important. Because once we can demonstrate that unity, we'll be able to feed and clothe ourselves. Okwamanje, we are too fragmented so much. We EFF, we ANC, uMkhatha, uyonke lento le. Umchurch, umRoma, uyonke lento le. We are. Lapho ufile. Angayithinti sokho. Kodwa and you're right, because these are things that make you. Yes, ulale. To be numb. Don't be a critical thinker. Don't overthink things. Fake emsebenzini ubuye ekhaya ukhathele bathi no Saturday hamba sijabulile. Ufika lapha stadium nje ungamadoda amathala gijimisa lento. Hawu ubuya lapha ujabulile oyinhliziyo yakhe ibuhlungu. Udliwe.
The weekend.
I know.
The weekend. Weekend. Yeah. But
It was worse before. These days is better. Bebekwazana la stadium. Hey, khona enye ikhulumana in China. Uyakhumbula leyo game? Bokukubi. And the Maguini Pirates. Oh no, iport la bephuza free. So sonke sikuleyo happy mood. Umlungu wenzani ngapha? Huh? Umlungu akekho sontweni, remember. Umlungu akekho ku-soccer stadium. If by the very few, they are busy making sure ukuthi you stay in this condition forever. They brought these things, but wena uzibambe zonke wazibeka la esifubeni. Ibhlungu lento eniyenza kini kahle kahle. Ibhlungu lento eniyenza kini. Khona manje ngiyabona ke kwesoka. Awumjive manje. Udathi mengajive weekend inkinga. And there are strategic places vele. Mawuselimpompo kule ndawo lenkulu labahlangana khona. La inkongo. eThekwini eMlazi something else. La sithi siyozijabulisa khona. Kanti ifana ayipheli. I say ayipheli ifana. Kumele sifundisane ukuthi we need to focus on the real issues. The real issue, umhlaba ne-economy yethu. Asikabuyi. So we can't be busy. We can't be busy celebrating as if, you know, sifana nabantu base China. China is well sorted. Why? Because China, they were wise enough. When they gained their independence, bavala border, no foreign influence. For years, but instilla ubu China, patriotism. Within our people, their people. In China, many land like Joburg. Libuza, one thing, where's the Chinese restaurant? This is the good work leadership yes, China did to their own people. And then they were smart enough because they didn't have the resources and in 2002 they had the population. But they were smart. But entizer Abelu with the technology. But I was patterning the 50 rand push up. Their objective was to get the technology. Who manufactures it today? It's China. China was like us, 50, 60 years ago. But because of land I am Chinese first. Anjengala githi Africa. Uthola lama leaders langa that are visionless. Bagabili. Useva bani umlungu useva thina. Inkinga ilapho. China they will kill you. I read of a story of a young girl that killed the uncle because he was a sellout. Hey, Wambulala, what you are now, you are going to mess up my future. It's better for you to go now. Hey. And the Lape China, abayenzi lento ukuthi bakushayele madala side. Bakubeke bondu. So that kube isifundo for others imidlwembe not to go through that line again. Manje thina ayikudlwembe beyaphula lakithi. Because we don't care. Ubani ngizotshelwa ubani. Into normal. Ukuthi sithengiswe nje, it's just normal. Yilabantu who are not initiated in the African sense by initiating ngokwesilungu. Siphuma ngamakhaya. Azazama ukukhuluma more than uGeorge himself. Angithi futhi sidina sisile. Nakho sahleka uMandoza. uMandoza esiphula isilungu vele kumele usiphule isilungu kumele usiphula silanguage yakho so ngihlekela umlungu uyasiphula isiZulu aphule isisuthu nje phambi kwakho uzumncede wena umkhulumela igama lakhe lesilungu ufana nalaba abavela la enduzeni lengami leziphume ezikhulele emaplazini bakhuluma isiXhosa usiZulu uzudaki lo muntu it's like impressed yani la Alithi bakuphandla ngayo la bangene yiboka beCIA ke la yabona labo bayifundisile language yakho bafuna ukwazi everything about you, so you must be careful of such people. Ungabajabuleli
They make me sick.
hawu as if manje mele bakhothanyelwe because bakhuluma ilanguage yethu. Hey, so Makhetha, Mina, I'll go back to lento le ukuthi we need to revive lama rites of passage. Sonke sikhule kanjalo. Thina sikhule whereby you could never smoke estradini kunomuntu omdala. Bowshaiwa. And when you come and report at home, they give you more. Hey, that's why even now today I still respect abantu abadala. Angikhulumi nje noma kanjani because of that thing leyo mfundiso. So why are we being so unfair to our children? Sifuna ukuthi hayi lo akakhuliswe yimi phela. Umakhelwane meke discipline umntwana sengithatha ijangile la ngiyolwa nomakhelwane. Foolishness. Izinto imfundiso lesiyitholile, it's an adopted culture. Asiyazi lo culture thina. Ingane yami yakho yakho yami. I have a right to discipline that child anytime. So we need to restore these rites of passages. You know, igaba system. Emakhaya kusenziwa lokho. NaseSwazini bathi ukubuthela. Awukwazi ukuyodlala nabantu who are over, you know, 10 when una 6. Mele udlale neintanga zakho. Ngoba laba bazokufundisa izinto ezirong. Nabo laba bagadwe laba baphezulu. So yonke in chain. The whole chain igadiwe nje by the community. So there was no even a chance of a violation. You remember I even said to Guti, nobody was allowed to violate even Inkosi itself. You could never violate that moral code, your community. Where now you think because you Inkosi, ungamane ungene nje umntwana abantu umshiye kanjani. You could never do that. They've demonstrated in Jovukazi a lot of time. Now kontanga baga Nandi. They went and demonstrated lapha esangweni lenkosi ukuthi inkosi mele iba geze. Ngoba manje if ungene umntwana ona 14, it means ungcolise wonke lawo mantombazana ana 14. So mele ubageze bonke. So that is why even before you could never just nambe niyohlangana nomuntu wesibame ungakakhiphi imfanelo. Hey, manje abelungu basifundise it's okay. Hayi sonke esikhulu kanjani. It's okay nje ukuthi uindalje. So izinto kumele size reverse lezi. Uzwa abantu bathi no, is the 2022. How are you going to stop? We can. If we all agree ukuthi that is taboo.
Right.
We can. Sibe support inganeni zethu. And remember ukuthi before we never had police station namajele. Thina besigade thina. You uma at yikho kuthiwa singabangoni, not the ngunis. Those who never violate the laws of Ma'at of Ubuntu. Njalo market. Because ngeke uthole ijele la eAfrica. Because it was that. Besibanjwe ile moral code and they were policing each other. You could never do wrong in front of me. I don't inform the rest of the community because your wrongdoing, it has a potential to destroy our community. I've got to voice it out so that you kuzwe. If ungakuzeki siyakudingisa, you're no longer welcome to stay in this community. Angazi uzohlala because amakhosi ayakhuluma. Mawufika inkosini ethize lapha ulenduza bayabuza ukuthi usoyakwephi inkosi. Ususwe yini? Uma bethola ukuthi isitolo sakho siyabheda, bathi hayidlula lo. Uyophelela olwandle because nobody would want to be with you. So lento le ukuthi sibe namajele. Ayifuneki leyo nto leyo. We need to police ourselves. Unembezuma art always speaks to you. And they always remember Guti, Lendoga said, no heru. It's a challenge that we are faced with every second. You have to make a choice. Am I doing good or am I being destructive? We are asked your choice or you know it. Then no. Who cares? You're forgetting because when you think Uguti life ends with the people that you see physically. Bakhona laba ongababoni, those that you don't see with your physical eyes. Bazoba phezu kwakho. So kubona uhlanya la. Ubiza amagama amaningi la singawazi. Ukuhlanya kuza kanjalo vele. Ilento violating the laws of art. Enye into nayo lento yokubulala. Uhamba lokhu ubulala abantu. Igazi lomuntu liyakhuluma. Banengi la sebagcina bangena ku Christianity. Aw, bengwazi mos. He's now carrying a Bible. Usengene lapho cover. Nice cover. Uyazi ukuthi manje nobody would put a spotlight on him or her. Why? Because manje sekengene wa bathini?
Bakezizona.
Bathi
Izona zigezi.
bathi ngisindisile. Ngegazi lemvana. And the other thing, which is strange, they drink that gas in Lemvana.
Yes,
Symbolism. Badla nomzimba wakhe.
What does it mean? Tell us, what does it mean?
Asikho lapho thina. Thina sikho, we are not there. Igazi lomuntu nomzimba womuntu hayi. Asikho lapho thina.
That's another empire too.
Sonke sikhule kanjani. Uyoguqa lapha kumfundisi. Njalo esontweni menza yini thendela. Bakuphuza igazi lakhe udle umzimba wakhe. Yini ke lo? Ha? Manje bazositshela nje ukuthi thina we are worse off. Thina sikho worse off. Thina we are the most, structured people. Emhlabeni wonke. Because yonke into has got to make a cultural sense like it. Ayikho nje into yenzakala nje by chance. Which is why initiation is important. Siyeke ukuloko si-initiatewa ngokwesilungu. The worst thing that they've done to us. If I decide not to take my child to school, that's how evil these people are. They are forcing you to go and poison your child.
It's not your property.
I want to. Right.
You're
Let
renting.
your
You're renting.
I have a right to say, awusayi esikolweni wena.
yes.
Ngoba ubuye behavior yakho mhlambe sometimes iyabheda. So ngikhulumela isiZulu ngesinye ngelinye language. Yabona into ezinjalo. You have a right to say umntana mina ngizozifundisela yena. And enye into, why do we go to school? Siesikolweni, no, a lot of us, it has nothing to do with learning.
No, conditioning.
Is to go to school so that I'm able to get a job, to buy a house and a better car.
Yes.
That's all. And it's not supposed to be like that. In the African sense, asikho lapho. Imoto nelenduza kuzamuva ngandaba nalokho. Mele nje make sure ukuthi I'm always consistently in alignment with nature. In that way, I receive divine inspiration. Istanbul. Education here, it's about that. You know, you must be educated, you know, because any into okumele sibukisisa is the issue of language. I-Africa sikhona communicate nabantu abase Mozambique because bathi bakhuluma isifala bathi fala something Portuguese ufika lapha eCongo is French ufike kuphi whatever. I-Africa Union kunini lokhu ikhuluma ngaleyo, a language that will be all over, available all over the continent, and not Swahili. Remember, Swahili is fanagalo. It has to be made to nature, divine words, words of the Supreme. Hey, I'm a symbols again. Symbolic thinking. Initiation here too was about that. When I look at the sun, I look at myself because it's a symbol that represents me. I am an expression of that energy. I am that hydrogen. Remember, Guti amanzi. I see hydrogen and oxygen. Huh? Hey. It means ukuthi thina siphila because of the hydrogen and oxygen. See, hydrogen and oxygen, that's right. Hey, this is what, runs, la emzimbeni wethu. That electromagnetic field. The combination of the sun energy and the moon energy. If you remember the chemical structure, it's carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Without these three elements, there's no life. So you need to know those things, especially more in course. You need to be initiated into this African spirituality. And you understand the importance of seasons. A gesture. When do I kneel? When do I stand and communicate, And what gestures do I use for me to be able to communicate with the unseen world? Mhlambe mawuguqa bamangala ukuthi wenzani lo. We don't know. Hey, mawulula isandla lapha islap we are receiving. Uyakhuluma izinto ezinye. So, ikhemithi nawo wonke lama gesture that you were supposed to make. So, ikhemithi yiyo. That's the only thing ayikho enye into that we should learn as a black people. Because it represents the epitome of our development. The highest science ever. And the civilization, it's associated with civilization as well. We civilize the world through knowing and mastering the laws that govern the universe. All of them were taught by us. Europe was, taught by our Moors. Moors were black. Yes. Yonke Europe bebehlala lapha kuma caves labanye. Khona umlungu engumamelizo. He is explaining the condition yabelungu ukuthi basuka kuphi. Uthi thina as white people into yempi into yethu. Before we went and killed everybody outside Europe, we were killing each other. So it's in their genes, in their DNA, to be destructive. So we need to understand those things, as to how we handle them. Even going on a level of limitation of the melanin centers in their, brainstem. They have 4 centers, we've got 12. Therefore, Tina, we feel the whole spectrums of emotions. Bona, they are limited. Ungazumbulala umuntu athi angiyazi lento uyisho. Because I can't feel it. Uzwela nalo. I can't feel that. Sympathy, I don't have sympathy. All I have is distraction. So you need to understand Labantu for who they are. So that when you deal with them, and don't even think there will be a day labakuthanda khona. Abakuthandi. And umhlaba wonke. Go to China, what are they doing to black people?
Killing them.
Nge-COVID. Bahamba bayosukela abantu abamnyama lapha. And the land iqale balungwini. That's where it started. But the Chinese were blaming Africans, insulting them, ill-treating them. Go to India. What do they do to black people there? Go to Dubai. What do they do to black people there? Nobody loves you, so get it here. You are on your own. You need to develop yourself outside these people. Asishokuti, they are not a reality, they are. But the core function yako and focus must be myself. If they are there, but never all the better food. Ile comfort esinayo le. I know umlungu will always invent. Eh, siyabaphahlela ngithi. Sibaphahlela ukuthi kwenzakaleni. Bahambe. When they leave, what's going to happen to us? How are you going to feel yourself? Because we are not ready for that. We are not ready. We are busy siyaphahla la. Abahambe. Some of us both because we are not prepared. We need to prepare now for the future. Yingako unity is important. Hey, and we are demonstrating that at Orlando Stadium next year. Yes. We started a Mesibuya Enzalo a week after that in Silai Stadium. Stadium is about 39,000 people. So we're talking about
Over 4 million.
Hey, we need to mobilize now. Selesa Stadium. Because that is when they will listen to us. Mesuloko see mobilize, in our own small pockets. No. By us, we don't have strength. But the day we all assemble at Orlando Stadium next year, they'll be shaking.
Those are the signs.
They'll be shaking. And they say kuluma about our blackness and nothing else. Hey, how do we sort ourselves out? That is very important, and it's going to be a yearly thing. From Enzalo, a week stadium. Doesn't matter where. We can rotate late stadiums. Hey, but it has to happen so that we are able to plan for the year what is achievable as a collective. Okay, siqalipeka packaging impuphu. Huh? Siyazi ukuthi those two things we can do as a collective sizihlanganeni. Every year siyabona nje ukuthi what can we do? What can we fix? Mesingahlangana kanjalo ngithi 10 years is more than enough. Isowethu le can change isaphase isentini. Ngoba imali kithi. We are sustaining the JSE currently because of the products that are produced by those companies. And the worst part of it, we are less than 5% participation at JSE. So we are just a consumer community. That is why you will never be respected by anybody. Figi China lezokushanga impama ikukhahlele la imuva. Why? Because awenza umsebenzi the way umele uwenze ngakhona. So we've got ourselves to blame. But manje, no more. We are woke now. Sivukile. So ukuvuka kwethu, we need to demonstrate their unity. I always say that. Police stadium. Sipahla. Imagine those vibrations. Sipahla as a collective. Union building is a shake. It will shake. Hey, singabizi lo fake Jesu yabo. Sibizu heru. 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 Ankosan. Listen to that. Those are vibration of medicine stadium. Mama airlines. The next day, baby. Wonke umuntu uthenga iticket ngiyahamba. Hey, that's why we are saying we are not tina, we are not foolish. Angeke sithreatwe ilabantu. And angeke singcolise amadlozi ethu ngokubabulala. Siyaphahla nje ukuthi banyamalale. Basuke phambi kwethu wena ke. Hey. So ipower yethu lapha. And the future for umuntu omnyama is very bright. Yabona mesingahamba thina la emhlabeni, making sure ukuthi because we might not benefit from lo msebenzi. Kepha senzela le ingane ezizayo. Ukuthi they must grow up in wealth. It must be a normal thing for a parent like to be owning a factory. It must be a normal thing. So that sibanikeze i-foundation right. Labantu laba won't spit on our graves. But if we don't do anything, sizofana nayo yonke le midlalo elokhu isibusa. Ukuthi yes, you knew, but what did you do? So we've got to make a difference. Sicabange njengaba abelungu. Abelungu, they plan. Actually, even worse, China. They have 100-year plan. It doesn't matter what leader comes in. They follow that plan. So they know within 30 years, we would have developed this far. Then, in another 30 years, it's over la, because there's a concrete plan. Into that Zuma was working on, business. It means each and every president not only in a presidential office only, even at a local level. Kungena i-premier yehlisa yonke into beyilapha nabantu bakhe ke aqale phansi. Why? Because ufuna full control. Angifune umuntu ozongiphazamisa. Mele ngibe nabantu engibathembayo uthi noma sengiyishaya le mali it's all about that. Because really, why would you have a problem with the infrastructure? Because you need to maintain that infrastructure so that it could to develop, going forward. No, bazongibonela. Ngibathembi laba. Osha the whole department. Aqashe kabusha. Meke phuma. Njengopanyaza, I'm sure naye ufaka i-staff sakhe. Uthe umakhura staff hayi. Ngono ngize nabantu bami. So uyabona ukuthi that is why even as a country asiyindawo we need to think and study the Chinese. The Chinese are a perfect example ukuthi what is achievable. when you have visionary leadership. China now controls almost 2/3 of the US stock market. So ama-Chinese ababambile. I-America ina chance. That's why Trump reacted the way he did. Because China is not involved in war. America is busy bombing everybody. China is developing technologically. Now kuba ne-jealous. But how come you possess 5G before us? You were busy bombing people. They were busy bombing people all over the world. So China is a country that we need to study seriously. And they sing a compromise. Look, mesiqala kabusha. It means ukuthi sivala ama-border. For ingam la abantu baseyafuna. Even foreign influence, radio and everything. We close the borders. Even our airwaves. Sifake. Yabona? Yehla moya. Kube into abantu abayizwayo. Slowly izongena ngaphakathi. So mele siyiloyo umqondo. So that once we are prepared for impi lesibhekene nayo, it's very easy for us to actually win. Futhi Africa, njengoba ngisho, once yavuka le content, sizobusa umhlaba from here in the south, because kunalo moya okhokho used to rule the whole world. La. This is the beginning. This is where it all started. And remember, Gucci, there was a magnetic shift. In north became south, south became north. So Lomoya will say north is here now. That is the spiritual energy we need to connect to. That will give us the ability to control the world. Hangi pamu, moya, the knowledge. That's all. Moya, the knowledge. Which is why, it's important not to frown upon into us. Young figure, I was at the JSE. I was doing corporate finance. Me figure. I couldn't believe. I had to leave all of that. There's nothing wrong with Kalapans. Hey. So Meluyamugele, because that is empowerment. I wouldn't be what I am today if I've been suffering in Tanja. Niwara Muguchi, Nenga loser portfolio so. Hey, it's a very, very, very stressful, job. That's why lapa boma JSE. But the matrix are cool. When the stock market goes against you, and you've just advised your client to put money there, oh, you're in trouble. Abanye, they hand you with a gun. Abanye, they hand you with a gun. You made me lose my money. You're going to pay. So, ngatoba, I submitted to Lomoy. The empowerment, true empowerment. And the biggest lesson I learned there, because when you humble yourself, the spirit rises. You connect much easier, to other places of existence. So lento kukumeza ne ego. These are things that are an enemy to us because they make us vibrate or lower our vibrational frequency. So mawuhlale uyithobile all the time, frequency yakho ilapha phezulu. So it's important, Marcus. Initiation singayisaba. And there is nothing, it's nothing else but enlightenment. you are enlightened, when you have graduated from, a Western university. And you are yamukela then, with open arms. Uzushayine party. Sikubona ugiya lapha estage. Mebekubamba ikhanda lapha ngoba uyakhona. Ngoba isomlungu. Vuka. Shanga lento yakhe yanazi. Yini lento? So we are finished. Just by that action, uyokuqa bathi phola lapha finish. Umoya kuleya nto bakushaya ngayo wazi. So leyo siyamukela, so we need to learn to re-accept our own initiation. Ukuthi life is initiation. Life is initiation, and initiation ayipheli. Uzofa being initiated because there's so much that you need to learn. You can never learn lezinto in the lifetime yakho. How many stars are there? How many stars are there? Uzofa before you are able to calculate all of them. Ungathi futhi, don't say that because you are initiated, then we score manje when nobody tells you anything. Mina, I learn from ordinary people. Abosifiso la market. Sometimes ngibamemele bayakhuluma la ebindweni. It that was smart. Don't you understand? It's a point that makes me grow. Do you understand? And the knowledge, the information is from all sources. Akusho ukuthi, umuntu ombukela phansi cannot teach you something. That's the arrogance esiba nayo. Ngangitshelani lo. Umuntu oblome ekhoneni. Awazi ukuthi isambulelo asitholayo at that time yini. So just be humble. Umamele. Be a good listener. You grow. And ungabi arrogant. I mean, I know it all. I've read all these books. Therefore, I'm a master of the... You can never be a master because there's so much to learn. So every time when you are in the process of learning continuously. And we need to welcome that. So, ngiyabonga mkhulu. And yonke lento le imotivatwe izinto ezenzakayele nje last week ukuthi sikhulume ngalento yentwaso ukuthi we shouldn't just be ready to be initiated by foreigners. Into kumele sigweme leyo. Akukho foreigner or a representative of a foreigner that is supposed to initiate a black person. Kwayona nje lento ye Christianity isibulele. We need to come out of it. Yikho yonke into ibheda kanje. It's because of Christianity. Wenzani when your king is a Christian? What do you do? Ublokile. Because he represents you. Therefore, by default, you are a Christian. Why should we allow that to happen? And then we glorify it as if, remember, it's so fun and strange. Amakosa ayixelela to be initiated. Amakosa say afraid. They want to wear that ring so much. Without you getting that ring, it's like you are not recognized internationally. You don't sit with the group when everything else is done. You are not allowed to go in there. So they look forward to this initiation. That's why City, we don't have leaders. We don't have leaders. Sinabantu nje angazi basisa kuphi. Basilahlekisa even more. How can you be a king ungazi incwadi le kuthiwa Book of the Dead? How can you be a king without knowing uShekhanta Diop? How can you be a king without knowing uGeorge James, uPhil Valentine, uTheophile Obenga? Those are authors, Babu Credo. And they were a king. We are okay with that. Begi Bible now. Begi Bible now. As if young kingdom is there. A James version. Why on the land of the Catholic in the Church of England? They were fighting amongst themselves. Lenye yatuba yatangu balele la. James lethi nesesiyibambe King James whatever. Siyakhula makhethe. Angeke. Remember ukuthi the oldest text in the world, it's an African text. There's no other text that is older than an African text, and there are no other volumes in terms of ubuningi, you know. Africa has the most volumes of literature. No continent matches Africa when it comes to that. So it means yonke into umlungu ayaziyo ufunde kuwe. You gave the foundation. By Tata Gebona, by your repackage and send it back to you. That's plagiarism. There's no Western civilization but African civilization. How can we be a Western civilization? Labantu who were taught by Imhotep and all our, great, leaders. They were taught by them about Pythagoras. Pythagoras in Ghana. You Einstein foot when I hear West. No Newton. Babies late. Manju babega la kona na lo utin. When they learn the gravity. Taught you pull our legs. Uchole gitile man. We taught them. And they were studying us about Newton, about Einstein. They were studying Imhotep for them to reach a man. We started that. There's the proof. In Zaloela, the Libombo poem. That is proof that civilization started here. Which is why Gumeletina, we mustn't be, a generation that is not deserving of the heritage and legacy of our ancestors. We need to prove and show that we deserve that. That's true. If we are wise enough, we will rule the world, not Africa. The whole world from here. So let's wise up, Makesha, and be initiated in all these things. When you learn the calendar, that is an initiation. Hey, so be open to that. Because once you are initiated, you fully understand the calendar. You will never suffer again in your life. Because firstly, you would find yourself. How many people leave this world without finding themselves? Because if you haven't found yourself, there is eternal confusion and commotion within. Kukhona lomoya that is longing for expression. When you are a builder, a mason, kepo uzithola sowusebhara, usebenza as a nurse, usaba negazi. Ufunana. Usabi igazi uyanyanya. Mabona igazi nje uyanyanya wena. Ufunana lapho. So the calendar assists us to find ourselves. ukuthi mina embody the energy of this principle because I was born at this time. Therefore, I am what this principle is. The foundation yakho ke le. You will never be a slave again. Because once you know that, uzophila anywhere in the world. Whether it's China, Japan, as long as uphila ngetalent lakho, nobody can take that away from you. Because talent lakho and disambulele, you are an artist. Uhet here we figure. I know. Mongenza kanje na kanje my lines are so. Ama ideas just come. You will never go hungry. See, hlushwa ilento ukuthi we live our lives, doing things that we are not talented, on. Because you are vulnerable. When they chase you from that job, you feel like hanging yourself. So we need to move away from that, develop. Like me, and I know Mulapigas. I understand that. Anything that has to do Mulapigazi, no Jehuti, those are my areas. I must just find something there. And the enyenzayo, any that we are afraid of to start, we procrastinate all the time. And we are spoiled. We want other people to think for us. Then we go and offer our labor. If you can just pay me this much. Instead of developing yourself, because when you do that, that is when you are always frustrated. Why? Because what is inside and what we are doing outside, there's no correlation. Hey, that a sentiment of hate, it starts there. When you feel good, nothing is useless. There's nobody useless. People must just find themselves. There's no one who's stupid. There's no one who is useless. The reason why Baspis are useless is because sometimes I know, most black people are comprehension yaba shy. Remember ukuthi umoya wetu is older than our physical body. So therefore, kune resistance naturally from your spirit to say, you are making me take this thing. And this thing angihambelani nayo. Do you understand? That is why umntwana mombona ukuthi ngathi kuba nzima esikolweni. Ungamforce. Ulokhu umshaya ukuthi alokhu afunda. Umoya is resisting. Kuthi no, I can't be studying into yengane. This is children knowledge. I'm much older, I'm a parent. Give me something that is challenging. Hey. So we need to go back to ourselves. Okay, mina ngilento leyo. Njengoje ukuthi communication. Communication is something that comes easy kuye. Thanda ukupepereza all the time. So melangene kuma professional communication. Do you understand? Hey, in that way you are balanced. Actually, but you are fulfilled. You become fulfilled. Yazulala ngabo two, doing your own thing because isambulelo keeps, coming down. And ulala ujabulile, I've achieved something. So when you are a robot, all you do is to wake up at 4. By 5, 5:30, kumele ngibese taxi to make sure ukuthi by 6 ngisemsebenzini. That's not life. It's not life. Yes, you get the money, but you are messed up. La ngaphakathi uyamosheka because there's no harmony. What is above is not harmonizing with what is below. So always try and thrive for that strive for that harmony, because that's the only thing ezophilisa. And through initiation, you are able to do that. Njengoba ngisho, the first thing ikhalenda. Initiate wena, self-initiate yourself by discovering who you are based on the energy that you embody and nothing else. In that way, everybody has got a chance, because once you're taller, you then are able to work on your talent so that you produce either a service or a product. Then you are complete. No, t-shirt inside. No,
Someone was saying
came as a thought. So I practicalize. I didn't have to be waking up at 4 for me to be doing this. So whatever that comes, don't even yourself. Who's challenge you to no, Mina, this is what I'm going to do and nothing else. Open yourself up. Try, because we are all multi-talented. If look at this, based on umoya wako, because the variety is huge. I know, I'm a builder pair. Une potential you painter. I painting yako, yes, please, sibona. Do you understand? So sivule, so that you are not limited. Therefore, no, we need to move away from that mentality of kasho. Sebenza njengoba bengisho even last. Sebenza lumuntu just to make enough money to start your own hustle. Don't be like our fathers who worked and slaved for 50 years. But young, some talent. Bakupasele nyewash. Just check the time.
Watch as you wear.
The bell is about to ring. So check it out. And you have wasted all the time. I can never do something aorta. Even 3 years is more than enough for me. Yes, you know one. Amen. Hey, kumele explore whatever that comes natural. Ni express leyo nto. And into engizifundise yona ngazi discipline kuyo. When mengithola isambulelo, ngiyabhala, then act upon it. Angithola isambulelo, then I just sit. Oh no, I had this divine inspiration, something just came. Ulokukhuluma ngayo waya. And banike wena. You need to develop it ebumnyameni, in darkness. Develop that in darkness before you take it outside. Then it works. Thokozani siyabonga. Thank you so much for following. Basalungisa ukudla singayengenjani. If kukhona bafuna comment abanombuzo into ezinjalo. Oh, before Sielimpopo. Singabi imidlwembeke this year. Siyo celebrate Christmas. Hey, because ubudlwembe lo. Angithi suyazi. You know ukuthi that doesn't resonate with the energy of the southern hemisphere. Why are you doing it? Nyazi senza maplay. Challenge yethu ilapho ngoba even some of us sesizoya emakhaya mama. Sebehlabile ba prepare ukuthi hey siyahlangana vele ngalesikhathi. Sihlangane kudliwe kulalwe kanti isikhathi sokusebenza. Kumele silale ngoJune. Because the sun is in hibernation. Tina silala ngesikhathi la sinamandla khona. That's why sihlupheka. So mele siyishinte le. Yingakho we need to Yingakho we need to slowly move away from all these ceremonies that don't have resonance with the southern hemisphere. We are in the southern hemisphere. Okay. So let us behave very like amakhosi namakhosikazi. Not as abafokazana ingcelebane zabafana. We need to stop that behavior. So that you sense into that makes sense. Look, ubuya lapha ePulukwane. Uyokhabula umoya lo ngabe ukhabulwa amakhosi. Umoya wamakhosi, that is why December is the month of maturity and is the month of royals, African royalty. Amanda obukhosi laba siyokuthatha la. Kuyobe khona thina ngithi. You won't find amakhosi la. They won't come because they don't know. Ngisho namakhosi aseLimpopo, they don't know. Iningi labo alazi. Look, mesifika lapha last year. Kuthiwa akekho umuntu omnyama oya lapha at the Capricorn Monument. Black people don't go there. It's only white people abafika nabo from outside, but interested in the structure. Black people, they don't know the importance of that site because that event happens only once a year when the sun is closest to earth and it pumps enough hydrogen. So we are lucky enough to be there to receive it at 12 noon. So that's the importance. You are going to empower yourself when you go there. No, sorry. Any comment, question, Makela?
And is based on understanding the elementary counterparts to Aman. For example, I need to say Unamkura is oxygen, Asa is hydrogen, Uhiru, I think it's nitrogen. So I just wanted to know who said
No, lezo wena khetha into siyenzayo ne. Currently kukhona ugogo uGonyezi Thokoza gogo. She's assisting us. Shokuthi umuntu owenze vele chemical engineering. So we are assisted so that we are able lezi ezinye abo anpu abo set abo lentuza at an from a periodic table she'll be able to say ukuthi no i-reaction yale element ifana ne-character yalo. Because it's when they react with each other, that's when you then find the identity end. So we are in that process, Ken. It's going to be finished there very soon.
I think the task is for all of us. Why we focus on as cool men see understanding. Sure. Namhlanje mangisi indlela ethi how now sis uyamemeza makamemeza kanti ucela umuntu ozombambisa ikhwama zakhe ohamba nomntwana. Hayi sengene kwenye taxi beku-exchange makungena eteksini okay isikhwama sakhe bokunomama ohlezi ngapha ngisibeke ngapha hayi ngoba uhamba nomntwana makahlale ngapha ngase-festela angahlali ngasenyawo. Hayi mina ngihlale emva e-back seat the following seat. Now ngobhudi esithini ngiyamthola uyakhuluma ngefoni. uphume kulezi zinto lezi Christian uphume nalezi zinto lezi kuzangoma awuyakhuluma yimi lo kuwe ayibhudi sorry man problem indlela ayinaso yezwa ukuthi hayi sesiyaqala siyakhuluma asuke athi hayi yena ube wafa for 3 days wafa for 3 days wahlangana nesikhathi afile kusho ukuthi ngalesikhathi ayohlangana noNkulunkulu awu okay ngiba interested ayiseka yakhuluma awu ngithi manje mawufa kuphi usesibhedlela athi hayi ngila khona la endlini awu endlini manje abakuboni ukuthi sizulele 3 days maybe but athi hayi makes sense ngisho nama-SMS WhatsApp ini phone uNkulunkulu abavala yonke awu sekangibheka manje athi wena cala bomlungu
hayi Jesus asibona ngamakhala
okay besilo lapha akithi manje ngene nalo sisi phethe umntwana kanjani athi lo mntwana aphela kucala lokuyile
utshela lo sisi
utshela mina
okay
ngechaya umntwana lehamba athele ikhwama sesiyakhuluma phela akhuluma ukuthi haya sifi njengabantu siya hayi kula ngivumelana naye ukuthi hayi siya incarcerator vela siyakakhuluma ezweni ube ne-interest so kuyinkulumo yami lo sisi naye uyajika uyangibheka so uyasibheka ngingathi uyangibheka uyasibheka sihloko sikhulu awu manje sengibona la ku-breast yakhe makajika ugqoke into engaka unestika se-enk
hawu
sisi ngiyayithanda ilokhuza le tattoo yakho
ngobheke kuphi
angituyishayelele phezulu ngithi hayi ngiyayithanda uyithole kanjani uze kanjani ukuthi uyishaye athi hayi lo ngiyabheka la kuma-YouTube abobaba credomoto avusa amazulu ngithi hayi okay right okay ngithi hayi usisi sengibuza ubhuti ukuthi uzoyehla kuphi awuyangitshela ukuthi okay sisi wena ehla kuphi sisi ngizombona last ngoba ubhuti uzoyehla kucala athi hayi namanje ngiyesontweni ngoba ngiyabona uphethe nale pura yakhona lo bhuti hayi bengigcine ngizwathi indaba zesonto angasazingeni stuff like okay manje usonta kuphi bhuti athi hayi manje ngiyabona ngiphethe nepura ngiyesontweni bangibizile bangilwengile ngeze stuff like that but mina ngibatshelile ukuthi angiyi kuyopreacher ngizofika ngihlale nje ngibukele okay athi ukuthi mina naye sisazoxoxa kumele ngithole ama-phone numbers wakhe ubhuti la hayi ahleke sengisele ngosisi-ke awu sisi hayi ngiyezwa-ke le ndaba ngicela i-phone number ukuthi ngizokuthumela ilokhuza ngoba njengoba ngibona wabona mina nawe siyafana la esifubeni ngisaya khona so ukuthi ngifuna ukutshela ukuthi lapha e-Orlando kula sithola ilokwazi khona if you don't mind ngizokuthumela ama-details and stuff so in short what I'm trying to say ukuthi masingakhulumi ngaphandle we must also spread the way, like to unite umuntu omnyama sizothola lonke lo lwazi sisonke singabi jealous sigodle ulwazi ukuthi hayi mina ngathi ama-lights ayabuya ufuna ukuthi ulayite uyi-one asikhanyisele sonke isizwe sesimnyama.
Hayi siyabonga kakhulu Khehla. Into esemqoka, this is how it's going to spread the message. Ngokuthi thina message spread, we must be intentional, to engage abantu. And remember ukuthi we are not converting people. Ukhuluma igama nje mengakuzwa dlula. We're not converting people. Mawungayizwa lento siyisho dlula. Ngoba it means awunasabelo sayo. Inabantu bayo lento. Aseyawo wonke umuntu. That's why abantu bayo, kumele bahambe phambili bayilide. So that the rest would follow. So ihamba vele ibamba abantu bayo all over the country and all over the world. Umuntu wayo, angeke uze ulento uze uphambuke ukumbona. Ubona ngepassion. Njalo ukhuluma ngalento le. Njalo try and come up with a solution of some sort to get us out of this. So abanikazi bayo yikho sithi, because if lento le ingabanjwa inoma ubani izo hijackwa njengepolitiki. Ngoba sekungena ama characters abangenayo lento. Sebeyibona manje bona as a business opportunity for them to grow themselves. Asikho lapho thina. And we are not about numbers. Ama number means nothing. Noma siyi-10 sihlangene siphahla, that's power. So the more sihlangana abanikazi bayo, the better. Ngoba manje izulu lizosiswa, they will hear us quicker. Mesihlangane ngalo ndlela. Siyabonga Khehla. Thokoza.
Nezinsana abancane.
Thokoza.
Makhosi ngiyathokoza ukuba uphinda ngibe la ekhaya elikhulu. Ngimeditate kula ma-images engiwabona la. Ngilalele, I'm engaged, but I'm also there, many different levels. I'd like to ask a question regarding food production in this area of Gauteng. With Soweto specifically, mina ngiqhamuka ngapha ngase-Centurion, kodwa ngaseThekwini. Ngilimile eThekwini. Ngiyazama ukulima. I'm trying to do a bit more planting also eSwatini. Kancane in those little land that one gets here and there, But when I look at the prospect of Gauteng and food production, producing, and my focus again is the kind of food which we used to eat. Amasokam, the different kind of millet. I'm experimenting with different kind of millet. Not experimenting, I'm planting and trying to find seed and so on. As Great Empire of Kemet, I see myself as a full-time member. If there's something I'm not doing, I need kumbuza. But with regards to food production, ngizokhuluma nge-Orlando mkhulu. Uma ukhuluma nge-Orlando, ngizene ngabona abalimi abangabelaphi, abawo-businessmen, abawo-craftsmen, abawo-businesswoman and craftwoman, also at the same time engage in plantation, in sourcing food and sourcing water, Marcos. So I'm speaking, it's not a question, it's more like a comment. And Nselelo, how do you translate in English? It's a challenge to myself and a challenge also to us.
Sure. To
say, the more we keep pushing the word and the sound and the power of Kemet, at the same time, Senati, even in the little land that we have, the reason I mentioned where I'm from, a Centurion, is because when in Dao, like Nandi and other places, when Abelung, you can see with some of these places they've abandoned them. I'm speaking to that point. Ukuthi, some of these places are there that used to be farms, that used to be producing food for South Africa. Now, a lot of the food we are eating is coming. My mind was blown when someone said, Ukraine stopped grain. So there's a challenge of bread in the southern hemisphere when there is land lying abandoned or planting nothing or planting umoba, for example, things that are not really our things, planting also white maize, which is not our thing, plenty white maize, plenty other things. So it's a challenge to us, Makos and Makoskas, to say in all our planning, we are talking about land and putting igeja and shabatin, planning business, Makos.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
I want to be there for that one.
No, okay.
Others, yes, I can attend, but this one,
Thokoza.
yeah.
Asiyenzi ngoba sikhohliwe.
Silibele. Or sikhohliwe.
Plana.
Oh.
Kunele simaster.
First.
We have to achieve black unity first. Before we start our program sanjengala.
We'll start it and someone will be taking 10,000.
Okokuqala, umhlaba sinawo, don't worry. Umhlaba ukhona for us to start the agriculture because kumele it must be a coordinated effort.
Yeah, of course.
Where we sihlanganisa rural and urban. Abantu abamnyama abasemakhaya bayatshala baletha la siyalentuza. Nathi whatever available land here. Unless we are trying to say ukuthi invade njenge-EFF. Asikho lapho kwamanje. We don't want to waste our efforts in such things. I-challenge yethu is black unity. We need to demonstrate black unity first. So that sivumelane as a collective. Okay, what do we do in the next 3 years? Senza lokhu nalokhu. Ama-opportunities akupha no. Njengasekhaya eBergville kunomhlaba. Somebody else uthi kunalokhu siyazi ukuthi sine foundation from where to start with. Do you understand? So asiyenzi lento because silibele asikho lapho ngokomqondo. Okwamanje we need to demonstrate black unity first. Wenze kahle usukume Khehla. Ukhehla mhlambe uzosicacisela. Yakhumbula last week ngikhuluma ngabangani people who are attending loya mhlolo. Ube lapho. He's one of the friends I was mentioning. He was there. But no ungona ngoba uyivumele nje ikamera yambheka. Abanye basaba kabi ikamera. No, besikhuluma ngombhedo bewenzeka lapha and we saying ukuthi abantu who are conscious, we ask them sizibuza ukuthi bebefunani la.
I can testify quickly, maybe 3 minutes.
No, uzobamba ke ilentuza but senyasho nje because you can't be a conscious person who supporter destruction of a black person. Do you understand? So these are the things and choices. There are so many places where I get invited, but it compromises me for me to be seen in such a thing. I mean, it was such a shame, and the forward that ukuthi bayishayile izandla inkosi igcotshwa. Do you understand? The floor is yours, Ken.
Must I stand?
Pendulele,
I'm umenzi wakwamaseko umenzi kaBhuti Maseko ngamani ukubona intombi zidle ekhaya ngokwesela belusi. At that particular moment, I was very ashamed of being there. I must be very clear about it. It was a shameful thing to attend. But there were 2 reasons why I attended, and I'll try and be very, very short and just summarize it. Obviously, one got an invitation. An invitation came from the Royal House. I can say it's an invitation that came from Royal House to Royal House. I won't give a long bio of who I am. but it was an invitation from one royal house to one royal house. And I did get to meet. I'm only revealing this for the second time, I think, to someone outside of people that know me intimately. Uguti, we had an audience with the king. I went there with my wife who is a Swati, of Swati descent. So the connection between a Swati, there is a connection between her, I'll summarize. So there was a connection between Amaswati, obviously, and Nadekosebegiwe at this time. But the connection is not a recent connection. It's not just about King Misuzulu and his uncle Inkosi, who I am absolutely, totally, and fiercely against Inkosi Umswati. I'm against him for reasons which are 800 years old, which have to do with Ubukosi, Nokubangwa, Ubukosi Basiswati. Right. So, Inkosi Misuzulu, Namakos, Inkosi Smagate, an interesting thing that happened there was when they were reading the Bible about Smagate. When they were reading the Bible, the Zulu Bible, when they were anointing him, they kept on mentioning Imbangi yakhe, uSmagate. They kept on mentioning, they didn't use the word Jehovah in the Bible. They were using the word Smagate. Now Smagate, everyone who is reading the news, understand that Smagate is his brother, but it's also a name for God. It's one of the names. It means that I think it means the tree of life. Right. So Inkosi ngihambise umyalezo kuyona. Besihambise umyalezo as omaseko abaxhumene namaswati ngale ndlela engichazela ngayo. And lo myalezo asulethanga stadium. Stadium bese I went to witness ibizwa ngani the concurrence, the passing of the certificate, the certificate to passing from the from the state.
Coronation.
It was not a coronation, Marcos. Yeah, the coronation had already happened. I think everyone who understands cultural vibes. The coronation, Lapayana ube confirmed. Let me put it that way. My shame, when I said I was ashamed to be there, it's because there he was being confirmed to his father's church. But the funny part about this thing being confirmed to his father's church, Yena, he is not an Anglican. He worships Kwashembe, Kumantungwa. Because he is a Shembe, is a member of the Baptist Nazareth Church. So, I went there to pass the message and to witness. But when I was witnessing, if before I was saying Bayete, after him doing whatever he was saying, whatever I was doing, after the anointing, I could not say Bayete. My heart could not say Bayete. To Inkosi, Ekotamele Amanyamakosi, Ekotamele Amakosi, Abafogas. You know, so I actually stood up and walked away after that. I walked away and I came back only to fetch the person I came with. But Yona, it's a shameful act. I need to declare that this whole thing for me, I believe, was very shameful. Our meeting was private. It had to do with there's a lot of grain, KwaZulu specifically, the different kinds of millets, what they call sorghum. That is planted, that is disappearing, especially in the area where the king lives, which is the area of Kongola and all those areas. Right. So those seeds are disappearing, including umbila, umbila wakdala, there's like 10 different kinds of umbila. It's disappearing, and he sits on. He's now the chair of Ingonyama Trust. So I won't have a lot of chances. I think there's another chance coming, maybe early next year, about February or March, where we will get an audience with the king again. But my presence there was purely about saving whatever is left of what is called Ingonyama land, not the trust. The trust is a political thing. So, you know what Makosi.
No, we are gonna isemqoka ke lento ishilo. Hayi ukuthi you need to justify language when you have no business to justify anything. No, sengisho nje ukuthi usitshele whatever. Into nje ukuthi thina asihleli. Umuntu simqonda ngqo. And then I expect that from you guys. Man better melaning land siyakhulisana kanjalo. You know, siyabonga kakhulu wena kakhulu. Omunye abantu, you know, bahlonipha manje was so disappointed ukumbona. Kwaba nalento. It means make it uthi. Yabona. So ngaphazamiseka kancane apha siyabonga. Ikhona enye comment then Scoop, okay. Jawohl.
Siyaya lapha eNkululwane. After into sinesile enzalo. Sesibhadalile. Ngibuza mkhulu ukuthi sizoyenza ukufasta futhi.
Yeah.
Siyongena futhi emanzi.
For 7 days.
For 7 oh
7 days.
Yeah. Yeah, 7 days before sea.
Okay.
Then akunamanzi.
Oh, akunamanzi.
Kepha siyokhabula hydrogen. Hydrogen amanzi. It's water. So siyothola the purest. Thokoza. Okay.
Oh, mkhulu no. Ngiyathokoza mkhulu.
Asibonge mkhulu oqala nje bonge kakhulu as in you're such a great portal. You're just we gateway nje mkhulu as in you're spot on imala as a confession ukuthi lapha ngikhona mkhulu as in ziyabuya ziyakhala yeah. But just in short, into show just to make sense to most of our bayabona ukuthi nje kuyatravelwa but kuna reason but the reasons nala mawungathi sandla it's enough reasons. What do I mean? Oqala creation amanzi. Wherever we go in terms of this state we sidinga amanzi. That's the number one priority, ne? Amanzi. Ngisekanje isandla ukuthi nawe mawubona isandla mawusibheka usibheke differently from today. Number 2, lo muno lo in most cases bayenza kanje ukuthi bayathukana, of which I find it relevant based on the understanding. This is fire.
Yes,
this is fire.
Sure.
This is fire. And then siyaku number 3. This is gap. The earth cannot exist without the earth. The fire still exists within you. It's within you. That's why you have something which is called temper, which is called temperature. When it increases, I need temper there, temperature. Last but not least, is very, very, very important. It connects to the first one, which is water, but in another form, which is air. Yes. This is air. Law, we won. Maybe aside which why everyone actually from the rest, but it's very important because this one is not the physical, this is the spiritual. Today specifically agcizelela initiation. Initiation is not something exclusive. Sithele empilweni ukuthi sinqobe inqotshwa yithi. Sinqoba kanjani? Sinqoba ngokuthi sithole understanding. Ukuthi le ndlela le ibe lula ngoba sizoba yi-one. Siyi-one basically. I'm you. The difference ukuthi la ngikhona nalapha engifunda khona umehluko. But siyi-one mina nawe. That's why I made a share. Ukuthi so balance.
So ngiyaqoza ukuthi asikubone ukubheke nayo ngicela uma ngaphumphula
manje ngayisusa ibhekise somewhere woza ngapha
because what you are saying is
hey
only to the selected few. No, yeah. So manje njengoba umkhulu achazile ukuthi first we went to Inzaluyela. It symbolizes something else. Maybe it might be water. Maybe we go to the north, maybe it might be the fire. We need to align those things. We go to the south, that might mean something else. But those 4 elements, basically, you cannot exist without you understanding the relationship between you now. Either it does not matter without those 4 elements. You going to those points is acknowledging those elements. Timbuye futhi.
sikhulume ngani nge-initiation. The first initiation each and every one of us as Tata is the rite of passage. When that womb ivuleka, you pass out. That's the first rite of passage. Every one of us is to between your mother's legs. The first rite of passage, you respect lapho fuma khona. You don't curse that woman Mthuki. You don't call her a bitch. She's not a bitch. She created you. That's why the word matter. You became matter. You became something visible to this planet Earth when you came out of there. Thence the word matter. Where all things are formed, matter. Everything I should call like science, but maybe they're in there. When heat is put in any element, it transforms. When you have challenges in your life, it's in your ears, those challenges is with your understanding. Are you connected? Are you gonna run away? The minute you run away, was with those kings you are a slave instead of being a god. That's where your godhood comes. Topic I'm just cutting through. To connect it to your godhood. My points now maybe we'll connect an energy. We are all energies. We are not matter. We are energies. That's why we buy one. Because where do you connect with this one? You connect with this one from the matter to the spiritual. That's why that bond, it always needs to be connected. That's why I'm a one. Your blood is water. You cannot exist without water. Number two, where you come out, the first thing is I confirm. It's called Batina Bomama. Amanza Pumida, Asamanza Pumida. Ubuyile usbanban lo bekakhona ubuyile ufikile bekafika that time ayekho ayafiki makefika amanzi ayaconfirma that water will break because we cannot hold two spirits in one body. Sathola umama maketha amanzi, that's when lo muntu lo afika, that's when aphuma amanzi very important akuwela. Everything when you're jump wenze in your brain secrete hormones. Those hormones are in a form of a liquid. Back to the energy. When we go into the north, there's a line about the Tropic of Capricorn. The earth. This is the earth. Uwe. Yabona khuluma line on the earth. The earth is you. You cannot separate from the earth because the earth is you. Mafika lapha yakho energy as a reviver. From the sun is a reviver. You being on that spot now with that understanding, you become revived, become refreshed of the energy that you are, which is the fifth, which is the spiritual. If spirit first, then the rest of the manifestation is as land line. But spirit first. And then the flesh first, then the spirit. But so the spirit has always been, will always be there. Energy cannot be destroyed, but can be transferred from one form to the other. But the main point in terms of our initiation. Initiation is a process that we need to go through because everything is chemistry, it's science. It's a matter of interpretation. What we interpret characters. Said, these are elements. Yes. You can transform them to look at them as elements. All 12 of them, as much as they taught us 9 months. Physically, 9 months. But there's another 3 months in the ally which is not seen. That's why some people cannot conceive. Ask yourself why they cannot conceive. Only 3 months abangayaz. Hence, is a portal. The band. The library is Lapaya, Egypt. The last one they built is Timbuktu, which was further east, to the west, when they built it. They built the physicality of you which we born, but your nicer exist. It's a matter of food in Nage, manifunda, mani busy, nifunana information we connect, but information is there for you. Because you are one, all is one and all is you.
Seva. Oh, initiation into us. uma ufunda something bongayazi then so uyayazi uthwasisile ukuthola into bongayazi bese kuyayiqonda noma ngabe yini intwaso asile yasephehlweni kuphela sithwasa all the time uma ufunda a new thing intwaso into that thing.
Demonstration of black unity. Kunalento yokuthi every 6 hours siphasha sisonke. Umbuzo wami ula. Ekuphahleni sisonke kunale bayibiza sacred magic. Masingayithwasi according to that. Does it have an outcome on, does it have a impact on the outcome? Masingayenzi according to ngoba lapha uyabona kule ncwadi inama yonke into is very specific. Masingayihambi ngaloko. What does it do to the outcome esiphashelayo sisonke?
Remember ukuthi uyakhumbula sikhuluma about ukuthi uma uthole something uyayithola bese ke uvumela umoya wakho ukuthi ureceive ngalo you then do awulandeli ngoba umoya uyakhuluma in various ways all the time yingakho kumele umamele umoya. What is important ukuthi mesisho into eyodwa at the same time. You can be at Durban marimo wazi ukuthi u12 kuyaphahla la ukhona uyeke yonke into uphahla bayakuzwa nabanye and lo mphahlo uyaya la mele uye khona ngoba emotion. Do you understand? Okhokho babamba lama emotions ethu ukuthi sikuphi in what state mesiphahla. So yingakho ke that black unity, I mean lento siye experience njalo. I mean that was power. That was power. Ayikho enye power edlula leyo umuntu omnyama. I saw all possibilities lapha enzalo ukuthi when we gather and we are on the same wavelength song senza into eyodwa intaba iyehla, the mountain comes down. So yinto, and that thing is something that amaJuda ayibhaqekile, amaMuslim ayibhaqe. Us, we don't do it. amaJuda every day they have their own time. You can be at work at that time, leave everything, go into your office, do your thing. I'm a Muslim exactly. Tina futhi siyabalinda. Sifuna uzothenga kubo. They close the shop. They're going to pray. We wait until they finish. Tina said that. Silinde bona. Ukuthi bavule sibanikeze imali. Into abayiphahlelayo vele. Ukuthi imali izizele. They become magnets. Zemali. So we cannot succeed singabantu abamnyama without going through the same process. We can see it's working in amaJuda. We can see it's working in Muslims. That is why they are more powerful than us. Because asinayo lento ye collective umphatho, where we talk to the universe as a collective. We will always be slaves to other people as long as we don't do that. Bishop. Yebo. Oh,